As you may already know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and joining me today is a nurse practitioner whose chance encounter with a breast cancer patient inspired this book, Pink Lemonade. Gail Zinda, you lived here for a long, long time. Thanks so much for being with us. You now live in Wisconsin. And give us the quick story about how this mysterious note led to you changing your life and then eventually led to this book.
Well, actually, I would just like to clarify, I was a previous nurse and not a practitioner. However, I was delivering babies, doing happy life-giving things as an administrator for a group of doctors. And a lady just said, you need to meet this woman in Cincinnati someday. That was back in 1989. And when I just, for whatever reason, a year later, picked up the note, called the lady, and she said to me, honey, I'm dying and I know it, but the good Lord said if I hung on long enough that he was going to send somebody to carry on her business. And she was doing breast prosthesis and wigs and the whole cancer thing, and I had no idea what that was all about. And she said, as soon as you came in the door, I knew it was you. And I was like, no way, you know. And
it was you, though, and that continued on as Image Insights, right?
Correct.
And for many years.
10 years and 10,000 patients here in the tri-state area. We ended up with offices in Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana. We were very blessed to have many, many wonderful things happen through a chance encounter with this woman. She ended up passing away eight months after I met her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
Now, this book is very inspirational, and it's important, I think, not only for breast cancer patients, for breast cancer survivors, and for those caring for them as well, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell them what you want people to take away from this book.
Well, I just want them to be inspired that, you know, there's a lot of crummy things that can happen to people, and sometimes we think that it's just about the crumminess of things, but there are so many good things if you kind of dig deep in there. So many people transformed my life because of their experience with their cancer. And in fact, I ended up with it now 5 months ago, had been diagnosed with lung cancer. But I remember...
I want to say, though, you're doing well.
Oh, I'm doing awesome.
Great.
Yes, they just removed part of my lung and I'm good to go now for another 50, I hope. But but I was inspired because I remember all the stories that I learned from the people struggling for those years.
Now, I got to say that this book is not actually officially released yet, but they are going to let it be sold in this area at the Barnes & Nobles in Florence.
Correct. It's also at St. Luke and St. Elizabeth hospitals.
Excellent.
Because a lot of their doctors are in the book.
And I got to get going, but I do want to say that you guys are going to be traveling around for a year in a big RV that's painted to look like this book. So,
yes,
Gail, thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with this, too, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, are you hoping to get a flu shot for your baby? Ahead, why you may have to wait just a little bit longer. Plus, a social worker is found dead, and a 10-month-old baby is